Welcome summoners to my 2.2 KILO Zyra commentary. In this video I'll be first discussing optimal setup for Zyra, then in-game commentary, and lastly the credits. So first let's head up for the Zyra setup. For runes I take magic penetration marks, 5 flat mana regeneration seals mixed up with 4 armor seals, flat magic resist glyphs, and flat ability power quintessences. For masteries I take 21-7. Getting all the ability power increases from the offense tree, some extra magic resist from defense tree, and improved flash and mana regeneration from utility tree. Some people might think that what's up with the setup I use? Well, let me explain. The reason I go flat mana regeneration from runes and masteries give me enough regeneration for laning phase. Also, instead of getting 3 ability power, I will go for 3 extra AD, because it provides better harass and last hitting. I also feel more safe by putting the last 2 points in defense tree, not to forget the armor I get from the seals, because both of them will provide me extra sustain on lane, which are always a good thing. Now let's talk about the skill leveling up. Quite basic way to level Zyra up, getting Grasping Roots at level 1, Rampant Growth at level 2, and Deadly Bloom at level 3. For here on, prioritize maxing Deadly Bloom first, then Grasping Roots, and lastly Rampant Growth. Not to forget to take points on Strength Thorns at level 6, 11 and 16. And lastly, let's talk about the items. Start up with boots and 3 health potions, then build up to the core build, including Sorcerer's Shoes, 1 or 2 Doran's Rings, and Rabadon's Death Cap. Optimal final items for Zyra are listed on here, though you shouldn't build her in the same way each game. Reason for this is that you might need certain resistance versus their fed AD carry, and you might consider Zhonya's Hourglass before Abyssal Scepter, for example. You know what I mean, don't you? And I almost forgot, Summoner spells. Well, basic Flash and Ignite. I won't take any variation for this, no Exhaust, no Ghost, just go for Flash Ignite, it's the best. Moving on into the game, as you can see, I'm laning against Malzahar, and we have Irelia in top lane, Shaco jungle, Graves Shen bot lane, as they have Ezreal Soraka bot lane, Lee Sin jungle, and Jack's top. So it's pretty standard going on, except for the Shen support, which is rare, but you will see it is decent. So I'm fast forwarding this replay to cut some of the unnecessary thingies, so this is a little different from the Vladimir commentary. Okay, so Graves here actually pulled the wolves, so but it's okay, and Shaco doesn't need a help here, so I'm going for the mid lane. So basic stuff. Gonna do some last hits, and Malzahar apparently missed one, and there he come, and as you saw he came from the bottom side, so it's obvious that Lee Sin starts from the lizard. Well, yeah, you don't say. Okay, so there Lee Sin comes already, and I wasn't fully aware of it, but I was able to dodge it pretty easily. And Malzahar had Q at level 1 as I'm heading up to level 2, so as well as him I get the W now. As it's quite basic Malzahar, he's pushing the lane now, really forcing me to put my WE there, which will make the turret shoot the minions. You can kind of freeze the lane with your plants, and Jax will get the first blood here. There will be a fight here. I'm gonna cast my root there and will barely hit the Lee Sin. We'll get the kill there, but they will get 2 kills here. But as I saw Malzahar coming this way, he's gonna face check the brush, and he's mine. Look at this. The plant damage is so great from Zyra. He's so dead. I get the red buff, and we make a decent trade there. Though they got the first blood, but it was okay. And I'm sorry. My team is getting the kill in the bot lane there, and Shaco is able to get the kill on Jax as well. So we're ahead for now, yeah. So here we have Irelia top, And I don't know, this is LOL replays bug attempting to reconnect this kind of thingy. So I'm very sorry about it. I don't know, it occurs sometimes, and I can't fix it anyhow. It's LOL replay's fault that it pops out sometimes. So heading back on the lane, I have the red buff now, which is a slight advantage, and of course 2 kills. And Shaco is coming for the gank. I flash in, throw the snare there, and as you saw, Malzahar got burst down pretty fast, and Shen dies at the same time in the bot lane as Lee Sin ganked there. But I'm quite ahead of this Malzahar now. As you saw, I'm really bursting him down at this point. So we saw Lee Sin coming this way. I went to jungle with Shaco, and Shaco is invading now. Slowing down the Lee Sin, I'm able to root the Lee Sin again. And there we get the blue buff for me, which is just perfect for the lane. Because I can poke this Malzahar more now, as I just throw a Q there. As I saw Malzahar trying the auto attack to minions, it is the best time to try to poke them with Zyra's abilities. Especially when enemy is going for last hit with a basic attack, it's best way to try to poke them with abilities, so you will hit the mark. This is very standard rule in mid, and most of the time it will work, unless the enemy is very skilled and knows what you're doing. But that is the case in most times. Trying to reach the bot lane somehow, but it's not gonna happen. So I go back to mid, trying to poke this Malzahar more, but I missed the E, so that kind of ruined it. Going for another E, and Q there, got a little harassed there, so as well as he got E on me. And Lee Sin is coming for the gank, as you can see. He got me here, but I'm gonna use my full burst now, putting everything on him, forcing him to go back. As you saw, he lost the fight with me. Malzahar running straight to my plants there, getting raped instantly, outplaying both of the players, getting the double kill. So nice. So you really don't want to underestimate the plants from Zyra, because they really do damage. They're really good damage source, but they still act kind of differently compared to Heimerdinger turrets. But they're really strong, really strong. Just clearing up some braids to get some extra gold, which is always a good thing. Pushing down the lane. Heading back to the base now. Shaco trying to kill this Ezreal. Is he gonna make it? There we go. But Soraka is able to pick up the 3rd kill as she just got double kill. It's a weird game that Shen has 2 kills or something, and Soraka got some kills there, so it's support feast, I'd say. And Irelia is pinging on the red. As you can see, they're trying to invade our jungle, but again Malzahar get blown up instantly. And we're trying to chase up these Jacks. As Shen enters the fight, Irelia flashing in, so as well as Jax escape. They're still trying to go in. Shen missing the taunt, unfortunately. Hitting the root on Jax, but there will be not enough damage because I had no cooldown. And we're gonna take up this blue buff because we saw that timings were great. And Lee Sin trying to kill this Irelia. As I'm trying to reach him, I'm gonna flash in, throw that last Q, finishing up the Lee Sin, having 7-0 at this point, which is just amazing. And having a double buff. Look at this damage. This Malzahar has no chance against me. It's just hilarious damage. So I definitely recommend Zyra. If you want to try mid laning for some new champion, Zyra is very viable. You just can snowball the shit out of him if you get a little fed early. Trying to poke this Malzahar more, but he's playing quite defensively, but he's really pressured by my harass. But I'm getting a little though I have my mana buff. Sitting here in the brush, thinking that if someone might want to help this guy. So nope. Looks like Mazhar has went back, so I'm gonna push this left. There we go. And Mazhar is able to come back. I do a little poke on him and trying to push the lane one more time. When you're at this kind of position that you're superior fed to your mid against your mid carry, like I am in this point, it is good to try to pressure your lane as much as you can, so you can deny Malzahar's creeps more. Meaning that he will get even less money because he cannot kill you alone, and if you just push the lane constantly, it will make him to use mana on the creeps to clear the minions, and it will also pressure the lane pretty well, and somewhat will deny the creeps. Best way to describe it, if enemies going back, always try to push the lane, and that's the best way to deny enemies creeps. So I'm doing this little poke here and there, still haven't go back. Attempting to reconnect. I don't know, this bug is really weird. I hope they will fix it. So I don't see Malzahar here. I'm pushing down the lane again, trying to deny creeps, but he's here. A couple basic attacks to turret, and the mid lane turret is down. Okay, so at this point I have already Rabadon's Death Cap and Sorcerer's Shoes with couple Doran's Rings, so it's really huge advantage I have at this point. It's very rarely to get this fed in this ELO I'm playing on, which is 2.2k at the moment. Yes, I dropped down a little, stupid players. Well, anyways, tried to approach the bot lane, but it wasn't worth it. And you saw I throw that W in that brush, and it actually cleared the minimap marking. You know, the minimap dots, where's the lizard, where's the blue buff. It cleared the minimap marking on the map when I throw that W in the edge of that brush. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but it's pretty cool, I like it. And you saw there a couple seconds ago, the Malzahar just blowed up instantly. It's so ridiculous, this damage and the advantage I'm on. And Jax is trying to escape us. We're gonna chase him. And if you read the chat now, we're not killing him because Irelia wanted to kill, but he didn't actually come, so we had a little confusion going on there. And Shaco ended up getting the kill, but it's okay. It's okay. Trying to approach the bot lane again, but they seem already dead once I'm in. I'm just gonna push down the lane a little. Right. And remember, you can use your W as kind of ward kind of system. Like here, I threw that W into the brush, and if they walk to it, you can see the champion in 2 seconds, and it also counts as a mini ward, kind of like Nidalee's W in human form. So it's very interesting ability, and it has many uses. So what I'm doing now is just trying to push the mid lane, trying to catch up the Malzahar, and there's the fight in bot lane now. I actually tried to zone Malzahar by guarding him in the jungle, but he was smart to round up. So we ended up caught here. We're all gonna die here, and it was bad call, bad ultimate there from me. Malzahar getting double kill. So what I should have done is run straight to the bot lane into the fight, instead of trying to catch Malzahar from the jungle, because I knew he's gonna come from the certain paths of the jungle, but The calculations went wrong and that caused us to die. Though the bot lane shouldn't be that greedy, depending on the situation of course, but it was greedy anyways and we got paid back. Fight in the bot lane again. As I'm entering the fight, Root's gonna miss, but the plant's making a little slow on Ezreal. Flashing down in, burning out this Soraka, but gonna die unfortunately. But look at this! Passive bringing out this Lee Sin down as he didn't remember getting up the double kill right off the bat. So it was a decent trade from my part. A little greedy, cause it's kind of a tradition. When you're super fed like I am in this game, you start to overextend, and overextending is bad. Cause you see, we lost the trade in the end of the day, because Ezreal got the triple kill and shit. And that's what this game is for. It's like greed, and it's a bad thing. I overextended, and almost my full team died. So it definitely wasn't a good thing. But we're still ahead, so no worries. And as you can see, I have already the Hourglass with Rabadon's Death Cap, so really strong mid laner now at this point. Killing up this Drake down. I don't know where it wants to attempt to reconnect. It's a replay for God's sake. Rooting down this Ezreal, making a huge burst there, but he's gonna flash away. Irelia's going in, but Malzahar will interrupt him. Ezreal will still survive this, but he's gonna die there as I shot him down with ultimate. Trying to catch this Soraka, as well as Graves is going there. Not gonna make a trade. We decide to go back to the Lee Sin. A Shen will taunt him. I follow up with the Root and will get the kill on Lee. As I throw basic attacks with my auto attacks, because I had the Lizard buff, I knew she's gonna get slow. Graves will pick the kill on Soraka as well. So this was definitely a better trade than the last one. And as you can see, we're gonna get the inhibitor and run straight back. So definitely a step way better. The game is about just teamwork, so it's really important. The higher ELO you get, the teamwork is more important. And they're fighting for some odd reason. I don't know why, because they clearly saw I was going back. So that was another stupid trade they did. But I decided to flash in, root this Soraka. Gonna kill on this guy. Throwing the ultimate in. Unfortunately, Malzahar did get knocked up, so I'm not in rage of rooting her. And Jack's coming in, as I will Hourglass, bait Jack's in, Ezreal ultimate coming up. I will dodge all of the abilities, thanks to Hourglass. Well placed Hourglass. And what was unintentional bait, but it worked. We got the Baron Nashor, as you can see. Soraka here trying to fight with the Jack in the box and getting another kill there. Very beautiful. So I'm still low HP, but it doesn't stop me and my teammates going on. Graves picking the kill on Malzahar, and we continue to push the lane. We want to pressure the enemy because we have the Baron Nashor. Shen going in with a taunt. I follow up with the root. An easy kill for there, picked up by Shaco. And Graves is trading with the real here as we're getting down the second inhibitor. And there he's blown apart instantly because he had no bonus magic resist. And I forgot to say, I have the haunting guys. Why the fuck I have a haunting guys? It's because I wanted a little sustain but some magic penetration as well. And I saw they didn't have heavy MR, and you could say it's a cheaper version of Void Staff, and it provides a little sustain, so it's worth a try. I started to kind of like this item, and there you go, we win the game. Victory. So that's about it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked, please consider subscribing for my YouTube channel for my new weekly League of Legends videos to come. Also, here are listed some other information you might be interested in, so better check them out. So that's about it. My name is Hepodix, and have a nice mid laning.